guys, Matt V's Movies back from another video, and today is part 3 of my Transformers series where we're looking at Transformers films, and this week we're looking at Revenge of the Fallen. Now I've got 2 editions of this, well actually 3, because I've actually got it in that box set that I showed on the very first video of this series. So go and check that video out if you've not seen that one yet. It's a really nice set, that one. That's signed by Michael Bay, the director. Fantastic set, that. Kindly given to me by my sister. So yeah, it's got, you know, a really wonderful set, that. So yeah, what we're going to do is talk about the film, a bit of trivia, some facts about the film, and I'm just going to show you what I've got. Obviously this is one edition and I'll show you the other one in a minute. So let's get on with the video and look at Revenge of the Fallen today. Transformers Revenge of the Fallen came out in 2009 and it's an action sci-fi genre. It ran for 2 hours and 30 minutes. Sam leaves the Autobots to lead a normal life. However, the Decepticons target him and drag him back into the Transformers war. The release date in the US was the 24th of June 2009, and again directed by Michael Bay. Featured song was by New Divide. The budget was $200 million US, and the box office made $836.3 million US. So this was a huge hit. Cast included Shia LaBeouf as Sam Witwicky, Megan Fox as Michaela Baines, Isabel Lucas as Alice, Rainn Wilson as Professor Colin, Ramon Rodriguez as Leo Spitz, John Turturro as Simmons, Peter Cullen as the voice of Optimus Prime again, Josh Duhamel as Colonel Williams, the voice of Tony Todd as Fallen, Hugo Weaving as the voice of Megatron, Frank Welker as Soundwave. Okay, so I've got 2 editions in front of us here. Now I do have the film, as I say, in that box set, that wonderful first 3 film box set as well. But yeah, I've got the Steelbook, which now originally I think this was a Play.com exclusive. Now obviously that's a defunct internet site from back in the day, but I think Zavvi reissued this one. And I know at the time when it first came out, this was very, very sought after. Went for a lot of money on eBay. One of these kind of Grail steelbooks. Now I've actually kept this one sealed because I've obviously got this second edition, and I do have it in the box set. So yeah, I've just kept it sealed, just to sort of keep it nice and pristine, really, just as part of my collection. As I say, the value of this now is, you know, peanuts. So yeah, but we'll just have a closer look at it. Obviously, you've got a debossed border. There's embossing on the title here. There's the spine. And then on the back, this is pretty much you know, what you got on the standard releases anyway. So yeah, I'll just as I say, with my luck with steelbooks, they just tend to start rusting when I get my fingers on them. I don't know why, but yeah, I kind of just think, well, you know, there's no need to open this, so I'll keep it sealed. And what I really like is the contrast between the two. So you've got the white, obviously, with a standard steelbook, and then this edition. Now this edition was a Walmart exclusive. See, we've got the black background. Now the difference between the two is this is what's called the big screen edition, and it actually contains the IMAX scenes that were shown obviously at the cinema at the time, and I believe this is the only way that you can get those IMAX scenes. Unless, of course, they put it on the 4K. I don't know. I don't own the 4K of any of the Transformers films, with the exception of Bumblebee. But the Michael Bay films I just have on Blu-ray and DVD and 3D. So yeah, that's the kind of difference between the two. So we'll just get this one and we'll have a little bit of a closer look at the big screen edition. So again, it's nice because you've got some embossing on the slip cover. There's the spine, and obviously with American releases they're often those thinner cases, so it's good on saving shelf space. So there we go, exactly the same features on the back here. So we'll just take it off. And what's nice about this release is we get some sort of alternate artwork. So obviously you've got Bumblebee there with the backdrop of the pyramids at Giza. Spine, and then on the back we've got like a montage of scenes from the film. Open it up. So we've got the feature film there, a couple of little advertisement bits, and then the special features. And then just on the inside we've got those sort of glyphs, which are kind of they're on that steelbook, and obviously they show up better on there, but you know, within the Boar white background. Yeah, it's only indication on this that it is a big screen edition. If I just zoom in there, you can see it says big screen edition. So they don't really sort of advertise this as you know, an IMAX presentation. It's unusual because, you know, I think a lot more people would have picked it up maybe, but I'm sure this sold in the millions anyway. But yeah, that's the difference between the two sets. So on to some trivia about the film. John Turturro was allowed to climb the pyramids during filming in Egypt. At one point he simply broke down crying. When Michael Bay questioned him, he said, "You just don't get to do this in movies. You don't get to shoot in a place that's 4,000 years old." The massive airstrike in Operation Firestorm was caused by a 1,000-gallon gasoline bomb. Special effects supervisor John Fraser spent 7 months setting it up, longer than it took to shoot the whole film. The bomb made the Guinness World Book of Records as the biggest bomb ever filmed with actors close by. Megan Fox cannot ride a motorcycle, so when she shot her riding scenes, someone had to push her so that she'd get a good start. And when shooting ended, someone was always on hand to catch her bike. On July the 27th, 2008, Shia LaBeouf and Isabel Lucas were in a car crash. One of LaBeouf's hands required surgery. Production was only delayed by 2 days. Michael Bay's filmed second unit scenes, and LaBeouf recovered a few weeks earlier than expected. Bay wanted the hand injury to be written into the story, but Roberto Orca said rewrites were done to protect his hand for the remainder of the shoot. As of 2011, this film holds the record for the highest number of paid product placements at 47. It took 140 terabytes to process the CGI for all the robots in the film. Soundwave was originally meant to appear in the first film but could not be properly reworked. He was a helicopter, but this was rewritten as Blackout. He then became a radio and then was rewritten as Frenzy. His alternate mode in this film is a satellite which fits in the role as a communications officer. The Fallen was originally considered to have an alternate mode, the Aurora, a mythical espionage aircraft. This was scrapped in favour of him having no alternate mode, to represent him as a primal and ancient. Okay, so what did I think of this film? Yeah, there's another good action CGI fest with this one. Again, probably not as good as the first one, and I think this is considered probably one of the weaker ones of the film trilogy. I think many think, you know, as these films go on, they get kind of more and more crazy, you know. But, you know, you're going into these films expecting them just to be popcorn flicks, you know, they're just entertainment, um, you know, and that's what I take him as, just a good fun ride, nothing serious, you know, to be taken too seriously. And yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this one. Obviously, I really like the scenes towards the end of the film with the set with the pyramids. You know, obviously they were allowed to film there, and you know they kind of obviously CGI'd a lot of it. You know, with the Transformers sort of wrecking the pyramids. But yeah, it was great to see. You know, and again, I mean, this film has got a lot of sort of the war kind of elements in it. You know, sort of set within the desert, and you know, it's great to see that again. And you know, all the sort of cast from the first film kind of returned, and there's still kind of this sort of wacky sort of sense of humour with this sort of wiki family, you know, that's going on. You know, some of that humour is sort of, I don't know, I felt it was a bit over the top at times for myself, but you know, I can understand they sort of want to put that in there because you know, there's a lot of sort of quite a lot of battle scenes in this, and I guess if they want to sort of cater for, you know, different types of audiences, they want to sort of, you know, have a bit of lightheartedness in there as well. But yeah, you know, so overall, you know, an entertaining film. It's been some years since I've seen it. I should really revisit this as well. But yeah, you know, I enjoyed it. As I say, it's I mean, the Blu-ray picture quality on this is fantastic, and the sound as well. You know, these were reference discs when they came out. Yeah, I mean, there's a 5.1 DTS Master Audio mix on here, and yeah, I mean, you know, from what I can remember, it's absolutely fantastic. You know, a lot of bass in here. I mean, you've got explosions and, you know, the sort of the robots transforming, and so there's a lot of bass in this. You know, great surround sound. I'm guessing maybe the 4Ks will probably have Atmos or DTS:X on them. As I say, I don't have any 4Ks of these films, but yeah, I need to look into that actually, because I'm guessing an immersive soundtrack would be fantastic on these. Although I have to say, you know, even the Blu-rays are, you know, pretty amazing. You know, I say these were reference discs at the time and still hold up well today. You know, so that's probably one of the reasons why I've not really upgraded, because I've not felt the need to. Obviously, the subsequent films in this series all go to 3D. The first two films obviously weren't shot in 3D, but again, you know, I'll come on to those in the following weeks. And but yeah, that's, I mean, I love the 3D format, so these were done, you know, exceptionally well in 3D. But as I say, we'll go into that next time round. So, but yeah, no complaints with the soundtrack on this film. You know, absolutely fantastic. As I say, good left and right separation, a lot of stuff going on in the rears, you know, effects here, there and everywhere with Transformers transforming, and as I say, explosions and all the rest of it, you know. As I say, many of you probably seen these films countless times yourselves, so you know, yeah, they're considered, you know, reference discs, you know, and I'm sure as I say, the 4K is probably reference picture quality as well. That was just a review of the film Revenge of the Fallen, and so showing the two editions that I've got here. I say the IMAX version's great. You know, you get that full screen IMAX. I mean, this must have been fantastic to see on an IMAX screen. You know, just filling that entire picture. But yeah, you know, another good, you know, Transformers film. You know, what can you say about them? You know, sort of they're good action, leave your brain at the door sort of films. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this one as well. Anyway, thanks very much for watching the video, guys. Look out for part 3, which is Dark of the Moon, and that one I've got a 3D edition of that one, so we're moving into the 3D editions, and yeah, better talk about that one next time. Thanks very much for the video, guys. Take care and see you in the next one. Bye now.